Home, right? Yeah. Home.
Yes. And day game, maybe he switched up the routine.
Oh, that
usually
that
Friday.
could be a little bit different.
Coach!
Good morning.
How are you?
Good. Did you adjust? You're sitting in your favorite lounge chair at home right now?
That's exactly where I'm at. I'm not on a bus. I'm in my chair. I've got a cup of coffee working from, it says it's, the kids made it for me. It says, Dad, sit in my chair and nap cup. So, yes, I'm doing what I want to do right now.
You know, you're that father figure for all of these players over the years, but you are a true dad with a couple of kids that, we've seen you being a part of the community and seen them grow as well. And over the years, I've seen you along the sidelines watching your kids play football as they've moved up the different levels. You've really been a great asset. I just got to say that right now here on the North Coast to everybody, not only your family, but I mean the extended family of all the players and all the fans, Coach. Job well done.
Well, thank you, Rollin. I appreciate that. It's my most important job, and always has been, and always will be. And I've got both kids home. They're both home came home for the weekend, the final game, and wanted to be a part of that. You know, they've grown up in this environment, and with the uncertain future and everything, they wanted to make sure they were here for this final game, and it's great to have them home.
Coach, we all talk about wins and losses, but can you tell us what it's like, that fatherly relationship as a coach you have with the players who, the parents drop them off and hand the keys to their lives to you at 18, and then you look at, they're going to be 22, 23, and you think about a Chase or a Robert Jaquan who showed up as a young little freshman, and now they're going to leave grown men tomorrow.
Well, it's a responsibility, JB, that I've never taken lightly. I mean, I know when I recruit players that their families, their parents are entrusting their sons to us, and we take that role very seriously. All the coaches do, and we had practice yesterday, and I just kind of stood back and I watched Jaquan and I watched Chase and Robert and Alex and all of our seniors, and you wonder, okay, what's next for them? Where will their life take them? Because one of the greatest thrills that I feel in coaching is to see players move on, become successful husbands, fathers, businessmen, educators, whatever career path they choose. That's probably the biggest thrill that you can get as a coach, is to see your players move on, become successful in whatever it is they do, wherever life takes them, and maybe think that you had a little bit to do with that. So it's always a special time when we get to senior day because of that. You have, and this year maybe more than any other year, with so many players that came here as true freshmen, now 4 or 5 years later leaving. It will be an emotional weekend.
So let me ask you this. How do you maintain focus? How do you keep the group, the team, coaches and everybody maintaining focus on what probably is going to be the biggest game of the season for you as you take on Central Washington?
Well, that's just our job, and there's no magic formula to it. It's just, and the players are tremendously focused, and it's been so apparent this week with the way they've come to meetings and approached practice. They know what's on the line. They know what's at stake, and again, we're all in this game for certain reasons, but this is one of them. You get a chance to be on the big stage, to play for a championship. You've got a group of seniors. Many of them have played this game since they were 6, 7, 8 years old, and they know that it's ending. It may end tomorrow. It may end a week from now. Who knows? But they do know that it's ending. So, again, we have no other choice but to stay focused, because we realize we're the ones that are down there with the challenge of trying to find a way to beat a good football team.
What do you think this game's going to be? I mean, who's going to win it and how?
Well, I hope you know who I think who's going to win it, but how's the tough part. Central's a good football team. They're 10-0, undefeated, and they're there for a reason. They've showed up every Saturday, and they have taken care of business, including a pretty good butt whipping against us, up there in October. So. Again, thank goodness for the GNAC schedule and the opportunity to play a team a second time. And I do know this. It is very, very difficult to beat good football teams twice in one season. And so being the underdog and being the team that lost the game the first go-round, I think has provided us incentive and motivation that will certainly help us tomorrow. So it's going to be a great football game. You've got two good football teams playing for a championship, both playing for a possible playoff berth a week from now. Okay, and the last game for our seniors in the Redwood Bowl. So it has everything. Then you add ESPN3. Then you add the Veterans Day and the salute to our troops celebration. There's a lot going into this.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't imagine being anywhere else other than the Redwood Bowl tomorrow for this. It's just going to be a fantastic day. Weather's going to be holding out, and just the elements and everything coming together to be a memorable day.
Well, and how about the weather? I mean, it's the forecast rain every day up until Saturday, sunshine on Saturday, then rain every day after. We've got a saying around the program: it never rains on the Jack, and it looks once again as if that is going to be true. Even yesterday, we were able to practice without rain. Wednesday, we go out, we practice 6:30 in the morning, and the rain held off. We're walking off the field as the winds and the rain start. So doing something right when it comes to the weather. But it should be a great Saturday in the Redwood Bowl. I'll tell you what, for our fans that have had the opportunity to come out and watch these seniors over the years, I thought Danny Penza really captured it in the Times-Standard this morning. A great article by Danny. It's just, and we're going to do our senior introductions, by the way, beginning at 12:30, and I'd love to see fans there to recognize this 24-member senior class. Certainly, it's an incredibly accomplished group who have done so much for Humboldt State, have become favorites within Humboldt County, and so I encourage everyone to get to the Redwood Bowl a little bit earlier tomorrow. 12:30, we will begin the introductions, and it should be a very, very special day.
Coach, the community, you mean so much, and this program means so much to the community. Hopefully they will obviously respond tomorrow, too. What does the community mean to you and the Lumberjacks?
Well, I was talking to my daughter this morning about that. The difference between Western Washington, where we spent 17 years, and Humboldt State, it's really the people and the passion that members of our community have for what it is we've been able to do with Humboldt State football. And I include you two guys in that, Bert Nordstrom, Jim Red, Steve Brown, Rob Lyle. We've made some great friendships over the years with people that are so passionate about Humboldt State athletics, Humboldt State football. This is truly a community program that we run at Humboldt State. And the support we have received over the years from our fans, there's no better place than a Saturday afternoon or Saturday evening at the Redwood Bowl when the Redwood Bowl is packed and you got the chainsaws in the end zone, and it's just the fog will roll in over the west grandstands. There's no better place, and that's why I continue to fight so hard for a continuation of this program, because it means so much to this community, and this community will be less without it. I believe that.
Yeah, absolutely, Coach, and well said. Completely lighter note. I've been told, is it true that you sit on that recliner, watch football, and have a notepad to steal great plays you see on Saturdays and Sundays?
I have both my kids here sitting, smiling, and nodding their head yes. Yeah, I do. In fact, right now I'm sitting in my chair. By the way, the chair has seen better days. It's leaning a little bit to the left.
Dad might need a new Christmas present.
Dad might need that, but I've got my laptop in my lap, and I've got the call card for the game, and I'm making some tweaks to that because there is no game on right now. But yeah, when I watch games, I'll sit here and have a notepad at the ready and take some notes, and the kids will make fun of me for it. But what the heck, that's kind of how we're wired, I guess.
All right. Well, Coach, enjoy some dad time there with the kids beside you. Get ready for a big win tomorrow. I look forward to talking to you next week again.
I do too. Let's do that. Let's keep this thing going.
Yes.
And like I said, well, the one thing we do control is how we play tomorrow. And with the win tomorrow, our seniors, every last practice on Thursday, I've done this thing called Seniors Last Hit. And we set up a dummy with a jersey on it and pull out the high jump pad, put behind it so they can run down in a tunnel created by their teammates and take one last hit at the dummy. And I asked my captains, do you want to do that yesterday? And they said, no, Coach, this will not be our last practice. So I love that attitude.
Love it. All right. Go, Jacks. We'll talk to you next week.
Thanks,
and see
Coach.
you tomorrow, okay?
Great. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Coach.
You bet. Bye-bye.